Welcome back, everybody. I'm Dorothy Morgan. I'm a professional astrologer. You can find me on the web at nhastrologer.com. And on the front page, you can find a sign-up form for my email newsletter. And anyone who signs up within 2 weeks of this posting, I'll be sending you a temporary password so you can explore the subscribers section of the website. Let's get started. The new moon solar eclipse is Tuesday, January 4th at 4:03 a.m. and that would be Eastern time. So please adjust for your own time zones. This is the first eclipse that we have for 2011. It'll be a busy year. We have 6 eclipses in total this coming year. And that's a little more than normal. Usually we have 4, sometimes 5. This year we have 6. A couple of them are minor eclipses, little partial eclipses. The June 1st one is just at the South Pole, so that's an interesting energy there. But needless to say, besides these 6 eclipses, we also have the four of the 5 outer planets moving through cardinal signs, and what that means is that's all about shifting, changing, and action. In particular, we have on and off through the year cardinal T-square. We dealt with that a lot in 2010. This is a little bit different, but not by much. The cardinal T-square throughout the year involves Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. And in particular, what these things will help us do is it's a breakdown of our old belief systems, the old foundations. The patriarchal system is getting a big shake-up as well. And in our own personal lives, we are looking at what our foundations and what the security of our foundations are, and we need to examine these things. And with the previous eclipse on December 21st, that was part of the releasing and letting go and really speaking our truth and finding our truth and being in our truth. And if we weren't completely 100% in there, which means on our life path, doing things that we don't want to do, but being on our life path, then life would be difficult here and there. And so let's make it easier for ourselves. And what we have coming up with this eclipse in the sign of Capricorn is what we're looking for is empowerment, but the empowerment through knowing what our foundations are, what is secure, what is really solid for us. If we're feeling insecure in any area of our lives, what we can do with this new moon is write down our goals and wishes in regards to this. If you feel you're not adequate at your career, Capricorn does rule our career sector, as well as as well as our foundations. If you feel your career isn't going where it needs to go, check into education. So in your new moon ritual, write down that you easily want to be able to see where you need more education or further education. We also need to look at, with this new moon, is what is solid in our lives. What do we feel are good skills that we can improve on? And put those wishes in your journal for your new moon. So as you can see, there's a lot of foundation issues going on with this new moon. So set your goals and write your goals down. Again, 10 wishes is usually the maximum for writing out what it is that you want to start to grow, plant new seeds. I know it's the dead of winter, but we can still plant new seeds of thought, which is really important. So set your goals in anything related to your foundation, future security, the responsibilities that you currently have, and the ones you need to let go of. And the responsibilities that we're letting go of is usually a releasing of control issues. So examine that as well. And we're really digging in deep here in our own spirituality and in our own mind. So again, reaching and setting goals and managing our time. These are the most important things for you to focus on, for me to focus on, for all of us to focus on, especially for the coming year. So making a New Year's resolution on January 4th actually would be a good thing. You don't have to do it on January 1st. Wait till January 4th. And to speak just a little bit about the eclipse, now we know that I'm talking about the new moon because the new moon is a solar eclipse. Solar eclipse is a new moon. Trade that. Again, it emphasizes big new beginnings. It emphasizes an instant change. We could have just a moment of clarity that we know what our path is in front of us. Or it may take a few months, because sometimes eclipses take a few months to manifest, to start growing, so we can see, what it really was all about. We can expect the unexpected with eclipses, so even though this one's in Capricorn and that's rather grounding energy, eclipses are still a little bit unpredictable. So we need to stay in a place of light, love, and harmony in our own lives. So the timing for this, as I usually give every month with the new moon, it's a little interesting. We don't want to act immediately with this since it is an eclipse and the energy is just way too strong for us to really be focusing at 4 in the morning on January 4th. So if you're going to wait a few hours, wait till 8 a.m. on Tuesday, January 4th, and we have up until 5:40 a.m. on Wednesday, January 5th. So we have almost 20 hours at this point to write down our wishes whenever we like. So basically any time during January 4th. Then the moon will go void, of course. After that, we have another opportunity time period, and that's from 7:15 a.m. on January 5th through 4 a.m. on January 6th. So I'll put that on the screen for you right now. So this is an important time for us, especially with all the eclipses we have coming up, that we actually take action and we don't allow things to happen to us. If we're fearful, we don't want to be in a place of fear. With the moon in Capricorn, it's about being practical and not overly emotional. So let's just be practical and use this energy and just put things down on paper so we can see it. Because if we were fearful of the unknown and we take no action, we will remain to be fearful. So let's use the positive side of this Capricorn moon and this solar eclipse and use it to our benefit. So I want to thank you for a wonderful 2010 and a blessed 2011. I do have an eclipse special on my website, nhastrologer.com, so if you'd like to see where this energy plays out in your own chart, since this report is very general, as they all are, go to my website and find the special. It's right on the class page. And I want to thank you all for watching, and thank you for following me throughout the year, and here's to a great 2011. Thank you, and blessed be.